How does the human being develops in a society and how is it behavior among certain circumstances? These are some questions that social sciences try to answer. But first, standing talking about social sciences, let's start talking about basic concepts.
Since humans populate Earth, knowledge has been a fundamental piece to evolve over the years. Some of this knowledge is called science. It comes from the Latin scientia that means to know, and it can be defined as the set of systemizing knowledge that is made on any file of nature, society and human thought which is held by rational or verifiable. As we can see, the science has helped the human to evolve and also to understand our surroundings. Science can be classified in five types, which are intuitive, empirical, magic, religious, philosophical, and scientific.
Intuitive. This type of knowledge is very self-explanatory. It means the use of intuition we have. This knowledge is principally obtained by our senses like the touch or the sight. Empirical. The empirical knowledge is based on the experience the individual acquires. Its principal influence in the opinions or beliefs of a specific social group. Magic religious. As its name says, the magic religious knowledge is the one who refers to religion. It comes from prophets or divinities and is not questioned. Philosophical. This type of knowledge was created many years ago in the ancient Greece by some interesting characters in human history, such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. To understand this knowledge is necessary the reflection and the reason to answer our questions. It means to question the simple things constantly. Scientific. This type of knowledge is more focused into the objectivity. It looks to explain the phenomena through experimentation and it depends on the scientific method.
Although there is another way to classify knowledge which is empirical and formal. The formal knowledge involves mathematics and logic, and empirical knowledge are the ones that are focused on science which explains social and natural facts such as geography. In the 14th to the 18th century, a new science was formed by Augusto Comte, but the idea surged in the ancient Greece. Its purpose is to know the causes and consequences of the human behavior from an individual perspective, but also from a social one. That is why it's different with the other sciences. Let's go back a little to the 17th century. At this moment, there was a discussion between the rationalism and the empiricism. The difference of thinking was the last straw that broke the camel's back. There were two movements that changed human history forever: the Enlightenment, the French Revolution, and the Industrial Revolution. These movements were areas of change in mostly all aspects. It was an area of technological advancements, just like the invents that were developed in the Enlightenment or the invention of the steam train in the Industrial Revolution, or even the technology and advancements in the medicine. Also, these were changes in the artistic and musical area, and lately there was a change in the political structure, especially by the classification of rights of human and citizen.
As I mentioned, these movements broke the burden of the social sciences. That's why it's a very young one. Comte stated that political science and history could not explain the chaos that prevailed in society, so he decided to create a new science and call it sociology. He added that to know society, it is necessary to use the scientific method, and the application of this new science could inspire social reforms and achieve a better society. Also, the theory of evolution by Charles Darwin helped to create the social of evolutionism. The methodology for the study of social sciences has been evolving through the past of the years, and the new discoveries, the most important ones and the ones that helped to feed this science were
Positive or descriptive. It is a method used by Comte, the father of the sociology. It argued that society should study like sciences. Its main focus would be the empirical observation, but as a science and scientific method, it will formulate laws for the organization of society. Comparative. Used by Durkheim. It proposes that sociology, more than the study of isolated facts, and its name says, must be cooperative. This method makes comparisons between different groups and social phenomena to discover the differences and similarities. Pure. It's a method used by Weber. He proposed an ideal type that accentuated the most typical features of a historical phenomenon to see it more clearly. Ideal categories are hypothetically specific individuals, made with the researcher's most important elements to make accurate comparisons. Mental creations are called ideas because they exist as an idea. Historical materialism method used by Karl Marx that proposed the study of society through class struggle. Structural functionalist method used by Parsons and Merton that is based on positive and negative functions of social structures. Within the social sciences, there are various branches such as economics, psychology, archaeology, anthropology, politics, history, geography, etc. A wide variety of options that aim to understand and investigate human beings in all type of areas.